So, I want to talk about something that has happened in my lifetime. Um, I'm probably gonna have people commenting stuff, but I don't care. When I was in middle school, it's when the bullying had started. I was always made fun of for something stupid. I was also left out in middle school. Then, starting my high school year, I was again made fun of, left out. If you guys hear noise, I'm outside. Um, and then it started my senior year when people started being very rude to me. There would be people laughing at me for being a senior in a freshman class, and my schedule was the way that it was. I could not control that. My schedule was the way that it was. I could not control that. I don't condone into what happened with my schedule. I was always far behind. So that's not the main point of the story. I've seen on TikTok where there's a lot of people who are getting bullied and made fun of and all that. This is my story. This is how I want to help people in raising awareness. If I can get it through somebody's mind that you will make it out alive, you will be okay, talk to an adult, talk to somebody. If I hadn't talked to anyone at school, I had no one that I trusted except for my art teacher, and I'm very thankful that she was there for me when I needed her, because I genuinely don't know what I would have done. I felt so alone, and talking to somebody really helps. And if I can get it through somebody's thick freaking mind to stop hurting other people. This is 2025, and I have people on my TikTok saying, bring back bullying, bullying needs to be normalized. No, it doesn't. Because it can and will cause somebody pain, and it will cause somebody to lose their life. And I don't want someone to do that because of somebody's mean words or mean comments. This is gonna start up. When I was 18 years old, I had gotten my first job. I had worked at McDonald's for about 6 months. And now that I'm not working there, I'm going to call out the people who did hurt me and made it so my job and my reputation was not pleasant. So my manager, Manuel, would always constantly get mad at me. He would criticize me. He wouldn't actually teach me. And when you work, you are supposed to teach somebody. You are not supposed to yell at them. I'm pretty sure. He would always constantly be yelling at me to clean the pot or do this or do that, and it's just like, he would stand over me. Do you guys see where I'm sitting? I'm sitting like right here. So imagine him standing right over me and making comments about everything that I'm doing wrong. Now, I can take constructive criticism, but I can't take it harshly, because if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry. And I am a sensitive person, and you know what? I'm okay with that. If I were to become a manager, I don't think I would ever yell at somebody unless I had to, but not in front of customers, because that's wrong. That's wrong, it's disrespectful, and it's incredibly unprofessional. So, starting up to that year, it didn't get to a point that I wanted, that my mental health was getting bad. I didn't think it was going to get that bad. And then we had a manager, Xavier, who left. And he and I wouldn't say he was more of a bully. I would say he was kind of like a person who, we were acquaintances, if that makes sense. We were acquaintances. There would definitely be times where he would get mad at me and blame me for stuff. And then after a while, it turned into him being a really rude person. And it turned into him blaming me for him getting demoted down to crew member, which is what I was. I was crew member. So I also struggle with cash. I'm not that great at money. I'm not that great at cash. I'm not that great at math. I was never educated with math that great, but it's fine. Anyways, so starting off to then, I want to say in like November of 2024, starting all the way until March, February, because I left in February. Talia, one of the managers, sorry guys, that was coming from outside. One of the managers, Talia, would constantly make jokes saying that I was dating somebody when I wasn't. There was rumors going around that I was dating this kid, Leo, and I was not. And mind you, that scared me. I don't particularly date people in my workplace, because why would I? Because it can always end badly. I'm trying not to. So it started partially in December. I had started getting depressed. I had started having mental health problems that I had asked my doctor to up my meds so things wouldn't escalate. Okay. So I had asked my mom, I had asked my doctor, because I was at my doctor's appointment that day, and I was like, can we up my meds? My mental health is getting really bad. I need like a higher dosage. They put me on 45 of my Prozac, which is my depression medication. It had gotten so bad that I tried to, if you guys know, I tried to end my life. I am a suicide victim, and I am a bullying victim. I was harassed multiple days at work, and if you guys are in your workplace and you are being harassed the same way that I was, it is not okay. You need to leave. You need to get out. That is not normal. That is not something that is normal. Anyways, there was a time where my manager had held my check hostage. He would not give me my check, which is not okay. You are not supposed to hold somebody's check hostage. It had also gotten to a point where I had told my mom, I had literally came home crying. Like, there was literal hyperventilation. I was legit crying to my mother, being like, why me, why me, why me? I just want to like be gone. I'm done. I can't do this. And it got to a point that my dad had to step in and say something to the assistant manager. So obviously that went into an escalation, and I finally put my 2 weeks in, and I finally quit. Starting into high school, I'm going back to what I was dealt with in high school. I had dealt with so many problems in middle school and high school. I had never taken it in consideration that there was something wrong, because again, I am somebody who wants to be everybody's friend. I know that's not going to happen. Like, I'm not going to be everybody's friend. Not everyone's going to like me. I know this. But in my eyes, I see a person and I'm like, oh my gosh, they seem so nice and sweet and pretty, and then they turn out to be mean. So if I can give somebody advice, I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I did. I don't want you to have to think that you're worthless or useless or whatever, because you're not. You are immediately a person who deserves to be here. And if I can tell you this, for any upcoming middle schoolers, upcoming sophomores, juniors, seniors, don't be the person that everybody is afraid of. Don't be the reason that somebody doesn't want to go to school. Don't be the reason that somebody doesn't want to wake up in the morning, because trust me, you may think that your words aren't hurting people, but in reality, words do hurt. I mean, let's go through this. We had so many victims who have passed because of harassment and bullying, such as, it could have been me, and it didn't, and it wasn't. For instance, we have Simina, I can't say her name right, and then we have Aubrey and Sophie and Kaylee and Chelsea Dale. There are so many teenagers, not even teenagers now, it's now becoming in the younger generation, in the younger kids, where now younger kids are wanting to end their life because they're being harassed and bullied. If I can give you a piece of advice, do not be the reason that somebody does not want to wake up in the morning. Do not be the reason that somebody hates themselves. Do not be the reason that somebody wants to change themselves because they don't think that they're good enough. Do not be the reason that somebody thinks that they can't be somebody. And that is my story. And I hope that I can help one of you in learning that you are important to all of us. That's my story. Thanks for listening. And I'm glad I could give you guys some advice.